What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about PayPal. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down, what's really moving it, and where I see things going from here. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, at the time of doing this video, it is sitting at 58.16. It is up 0.17%. It was a kind of a vicious sell-off that did happen, caused it to get as low as $57.21. So just the fact that it did go down as much as it did in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks kind of shows that there is a certain level of additional fear when it comes down to PayPal. And that whole sell-off was as a byproduct of GDP and as well as initial jobless claims coming out, both better than anticipated. But of course, that's not what the market wants to hear, right? The market wants to hear negative data. So that's what kind of caused a lot of volatility when it comes down to PayPal. My last video, I did say that I was intending on doing a swing trade. So I did get in at $59 and I think it was 50 cents or something like that. It did run up to kind of the mid 60s, but regrettably didn't really hold the next strong support. So I did kind of cut my losses a little bit. Well, I still made a profit, but didn't really go to that $62 range that I was anticipating. I did actually buy recently once again at $58.30 because I'm going to be trying it again. So once again, I want to go over some of the data points, technicals, and kind of my swing trade parameters for the most part. As of late, there hasn't been any recent SEC filings or any press releases associated to PayPal. So it's kind of just been at the mercy of the broader market, just kind of stuck in limbo. When it comes down to shorts, as I've said in the past, I definitely do not see PayPal being a short squeeze play by any means, but still good to analyze. 2.21% of the free float is being shorted. That works to be 23.04 million shares overall are being shorted. So recently you did see a nice jump up in the stock price or in the short interest. So it goes to show at least shorts are starting to smell blood. But then again, with 2.21%, it's not significant, but still it's good to analyze this information. So based on at least shorts, they're anticipating more of a pullback. Based on the Elliott Wave technicals, as I have brought up in the past, it does have a pivot point of $62.30. So for as long as PayPal is kind of below that, then it is anticipated to get between that high 51s and low 53s. So that would be kind of intense of a sell-off if you ask me. And as I have said, I don't anticipate this fully to play out, but needless to say, for those of you that have been watching my PayPal videos, the Elliott Wave technicals has been relatively accurate. And as of late, there was a couple of new analyst ratings that came out yesterday. So one was done by Jefferies. Trevor, who has a 43% success rating, did reiterate his hold rating. And then you also had at the same time Evercore, David, who has a 44% success rating, gave a $70 price target. So I think that's generally good. A lot of analysts have a lot of high expectations for PayPal. Just I think when it comes down to it, these same analysts that are giving ratings aren't giving the most optimistic estimates. So right now, just looking at it on a quarterly basis, like the earnings per share, you don't see much change. Recently, it did go from 98 cents to 99 cents, but still though, like it's more of a reduction. And even if you're one of those individuals that likes to see constant growth or whatever else, that's not really happening based on the earnings per share. So analysts are giving ratings, which is portraying it as one way, but the estimates are kind of being seen as another. And if anything, over this last little bit, there's been a lot of downgrades and revisions based on the earnings per share. Even looking at revenue, for instance, it's somewhat flat. So opportunity cost is really kicking in when it comes down to PayPal because people can easily make like so much more money with potentially like a tech stock or just something other than fintech. And so in my opinion, it's just a very interesting scenario. But then again, when there's a lot of fear in the market in a specific stock as well, sometimes that's the best opportunity to buy. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from with my swing trade mentality. So I'm going to go over some additional data points and stuff like that. Like I said, no real news, nothing like that. So it's just been piggybacking off of the broader market. But Looking at options, $3.06 million in calls so far. The market's been open about 2 hours, so I see that as generally good, a nice amount of money getting into options. 5.06 million in puts. Sentiment-wise, very evenly divided between calls and puts, but 43% of all the options being done so far today are bearish. And so again, something to kind of keep in mind. Based on the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be above $60. So more of a recovery. PCE is coming out tomorrow. So in reality, that is going to be a very big deal for the broader market because people are instantly going to correlate that as what they've kind of done so far with the GDP and initial jobless claims from this morning with interest rate cuts. And right now, for the September 18th meeting, there is a 59.5% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut. So again, what happens tomorrow is going to really disrupt the broader market and potentially propel PayPal significantly higher, or kind of break it down even further to kind of similar to the low for today. So once again, we'll just have to wait and see. These are some of the transactions that have occurred so far on the secondary market above $100,000. So big money is clearly looking at PayPal. You did see a lot of institutions selling first thing though. That's what really escalated it going down as much as it did. But right now with it at $58.32, so pretty much where I bought it at. But it is trading between this S3 and this S2. So 56.87 is going to be that next strong support. And if it does break below that, then this is where the elite wave technicals can really be escalated. So it could hit that $53 mark right quick. On the flip side, $59.56 is going to be that next strong resistance / target. So potentially with good data coming out tomorrow, that could be kind of the next point for it to go to. And then above that would be $61.22. Like I said in my video a couple days back, when I did say that my intention to swing trade from 59 to basically I said around 62-ish, within that range. Obviously, like I said, it didn't really hold that well, but my next target is going to be that 61.22 just for a quick swing trade. And then this is where I really do like PayPal. Of course, there's a lot of fears associated to it, but I will be keeping my profits in there. And I'll kind of just do the rinse and repeat as I've done in the past. Just obviously, I haven't really announced all my trades with PayPal in the past because primarily Financial Journey has been more of an EV kind of related channel, but I'm looking to change that. So on a FYI, on the actual chart itself. So this is where things are somewhat scary, but like I kind of said, a good opportunity to possibly buy. But right now it is lower percentile of the Bollinger Band stochastic. You do see it very oversold. So a good piece of news associated to PayPal. You could see a rush of value investors getting in, thus causing the stock price to go up. But number of retail investors have been selling out, it looks like ever since around the 6th. So it's been a while, and I think maybe they just wanted to take profits, lock in from that very, very nice day that caused it to go to around 67. So it kind of puts in perspective on how much is actually gone down over this last couple weeks. But still though, retail is selling out. So what's your thoughts on PayPal? Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What have you been doing with PayPal? And if you've been doing options, let me know in the comments below. One final thing I just wanted to share with you though, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.